Now let's take a look at the front and rear brakes. Start by checking the brake fluid level for both the wheels. It should be close to the maximum level or about 85% full. To check the condition of the rear brake pads, start by removing the lock from the caliper. Next, gently push the pin with the screwdriver till it comes out. Now take out the left brake pad and inspect it closely for its thickness. It should be about 2 mm. Repeat the same process for the other brake pad. If they look fine, put them back in their respective housing. Insert the pin in its hole and finally lock it. Make sure the lock is firmly placed to avoid any undesirable movement of the pads. To check the condition of the brake pads of the front tire, start by removing the lock, followed by the pin. Gently pull the lock with the screwdriver. To remove the pin, push it with the screwdriver. Now remove the two bolts at the bottom of the front fork with a 12 mm spanner. Pull out the caliper from its housing. Remove the pin gently. Pull out the brake pads to inspect them closely. The grooves indicate the condition of the pads. Put the brake pads back into their housing. Insert the pin back to its position. Put the caliper back to its housing and lock it by tightening the two bolts. And finally, put the lock back into its place. You have successfully inspected the brake pads of both the wheels. Always remember not to actuate or press the brake lever or pedal when brake pads have been removed. If your brake pads are not in proper shape, it is strongly recommended to visit a Royal Enfield authorized service center near you to get them checked or replaced. To check the front brake operation, put the motorcycle on center stand and rotate the front wheel. Now press the brake lever on the handlebar. The wheel should immediately come to a halt. Repeat the same process for rear brake. While the motorcycle is on the center stand, rotate the rear wheel and press the brake lever at the right foot. Check if the wheel comes to an immediate halt. Next up, let's check the front suspension. Remove the motorcycle from the stand. Press the front brake and check for the front fork action. The forks should smoothly operate, delivering an easy movement of the handlebar. Inspect for the oil leakage from the oil seal. In case you find any trace of oil, do visit an authorized Royal Enfield service center to get your motorcycle checked. Now let's check for the smooth movement of the front wheel. When you rotate the wheel, it should cover 1/4 of the tire rotation with respect to air filling mouth area. Also check the tire air pressure of the front wheel. It should be 32 psi. Check if the tire bead aligns with the alloy wheel to ensure there is no air leak from the tire. Also check the tire tread condition. It is recommended to visit a Royal Enfield authorized service center to check if you should go for a tire replacement. Now let's check the rear suspension and rear wheel of your motorcycle. Inspect for any oil leakage at the rear suspension. In case you find any trace of oil, do visit an authorized Royal Enfield service center to get your motorcycle checked. Check for free movement of the rear wheel. When you rotate the wheel, it should cover 1/4 of the tire rotation with respect to air filling mouth area. Now check the rear tire air pressure.